Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Alternative Design's presentation of Don't Take the Summer Off. This is Tim Harding. I'm Chief Marketing Officer for Alternative Design, and as always, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. As always, I will respond to any questions that come up during the course of the webinar. If you have a question, please just go ahead and type it into the chat box on your control panel at any time, and I will respond to the questions at the end of the presentation. So once again, welcome, and let's get started. You know, the problem for financial advisors in the summer is that everybody goes on vacation. Everybody wants to delay making financial decisions. The kids are out of school. The trip is coming up. They got 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. They're going to be in and out of town. Relatives are coming to visit. There's a million excuses in the summer for why your clients and prospects don't have time to see you. But that doesn't mean that you should take the summer off. There's a lot of things you can do that, even though they may not have immediate reward, immediate gratification, they will at least lay a very solid groundwork for your future efforts, and you would reap the benefits later. And so I want to talk about, well, half a dozen things that you can do this summer because of the nature of the season that you probably don't get to very well during the regular course of your business when you're busy seeing people all the time. The first thing I want to talk about is networking. You know, the soft marketing that you do that doesn't have immediate rewards. You know, this is an opportunity for you to fill some of your time, some of those vacant appointment spaces, with people who are centers of influence, people that are key members of the community, people that have influence and can help you further down the line build your practice. And it's a good opportunity for you to start looking around to open up some new markets. You know, we get so set in our ways. We find something that's successful and we hone that down and we keep doing it and keep doing it. And pretty soon it becomes, you know, just automatic pilot. I mean, we know how to do that. But, you know, markets are finite. And I've mentioned before, in fact, I've done an entire webinar before on finding new markets and new opportunities using the FDIC-insured market-linked certificate of deposit. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about where you can find new markets that you were never able to penetrate before with this product, but I am going to hit on some old favorites and suggest that summer is the perfect time to start working on these new markets, because, you know, a new market doesn't just instantly appear and be ready to harvest. You know, the markets are out there, but they all take a little bit of cultivation. And so summer, when things tend to slow down, is a good time to start that cultivation. You know, I keep reminding people that homeowners associations are a great potential market because they sit on substantial long-term reserves. And very often those reserves are restricted as to where they can place the money. Often restricted to the point that they can only place that money in an FDIC-insured account. Well, you never had a reason to talk to them before, and they never had a reason to talk to you. But now there's a reason for you to get together because you can enter into that new marketplace using the FDIC-insured aspect of a market-linked CD. And once you're in front of that board, you have opportunities that are almost unlimited. And I've talked about that a number of times. But this is when you want to make your initial approach here in the summer to these homeowners associations. Provide them with, you know, some basic information about what's available to them in the form of a market-linked CD, and start building that relationship with board members. You know, we've had a number of agents approach homeowners associations, and it's not instant gratification. You know, they move slow. and so summer, when everything is slower anyway, is a good time to start prospecting these homeowners associations and building those relationships before you get to the actual presentation. And then, of course, we have materials that you can utilize once you have created that opportunity. But the difficult work is building that relationship gradually, earning the trust of a couple of board members before you get the opportunity to go in and make your presentation. But once you have that opportunity, we have materials available for you that will help you in that presentation and help you capture, very often, substantial assets through the use of the market-linked CD. You know, homeowners associations are really, really easy to find. I mean, if you just do a Google search in your geographic area, you know, most of the information on homeowners associations is public information. And you'll find a great deal of contact information available to you just with a simple Google. But you know, you might also want to check with some of your better clients. Many of them probably belong to a homeowners association as well. In fact, some of them may even be on the board, and this is a great way to penetrate a new market and start capturing assets that weren't available to you before. So I won't belabor the point on homeowners associations, but if you think about it a little bit and discover some opportunities in your own backyard, be sure to contact your business consultant, because we can walk you through that process and help you walk away with a pretty sizable check, as well as the opportunity to build a relationship with individuals on that board of directors of the homeowners association who are centers of influence in that community and can very often be a huge referral source for you. The other place you might want to start cultivating in the summer is other nonprofit organizations like churches or charities. Again, things slow down in the summer. It takes a while to build these relationships. You've got a little more time on your hands. Don't be like Garfield and be happy it's a lazy day. Don't be lazy. Go out and start stirring the pot. Start building the relationships and establishing trust and credibility with these nonprofit organizations. You know, by the same token, this is a great opportunity to make contact with other trusted advisors like CPAs. Hey, it's not tax season. It's slow for CPAs and attorneys right now as well. They face the same issues you do in terms of seeing clients and potential clients. And that is that everybody's on vacation, the kids are out of school, relatives are coming, they're facing all the same things. So they might very well have some time on their hands as well. And this would be a perfect time to meet with them, since they have more available time and are looking for ways to fill it. They're very likely, much easier to meet with at this particular season, and much easier to approach. So if you haven't started cultivating relationships with non-competing trusted advisors in your community, summer is a great time to initiate that. Again, it's soft marketing. It doesn't pay immediate rewards, but could very well be a huge profit center for you in the relatively near future. But you've got to start cultivating those relationships and building that referral network now in order to reap the rewards later. Another thing you might do this summer, and many of you probably do this anyway. I know that when I had a personal practice, this is what I did during the summer when things got slow, and that is I pulled out the old files. And I started going back through and looking at the files of clients that I hadn't seen for some time or whose situation I didn't think had changed. With the market-linked CD, you've got a new topic for them. You can bring them an asset class that you very likely weren't able to talk about when you last met with them. This is a good way to start a new conversation, to re-engage with some of your older clientele. And very often, and I know that I had this experience myself, in re-engaging with these clients from the past, their situation has changed. You may uncover new money. Perhaps they inherited some money or sold a home or a business, or maybe they just had some assets that they didn't tell you about when you met with them before. And you can open up new sales opportunities here, reestablish relationships with clients that have trusted you in the past and worked with you, or even prospects that you never could quite convert into clients. This is a good time to work on approaching them. Again, you don't know what you're going to get. So it's not a sure thing. It's not immediate gratification, but it's the kind of thing that you can do in the summer when it's difficult to get in front of people anyway. Here's another suggestion for you for the summer. Why not survey your client base. You could do it online or you could do it through the mail, but a survey with just a few short questions might turn up some huge opportunities for you. Questions like, have you ever invested in CDs? And if so, what did you like best about them and what did you like least about them? Could create a market-linked CD selling opportunity. How about this one on the survey? Are you a member of a homeowners association? I already talked about homeowners associations, using your clients to get in and meet the board. It's an excellent way to kick that marketing endeavor off. And you know what? You probably have clients who are even on the board of homeowners associations and you've never asked them about it. Put it in a brief survey. By the same token, ask them, are you involved in a nonprofit organization? They might be on the board of a significant charity with significant reserves that need to be invested very, very conservatively. Could be huge opportunities there that you've never uncovered. You might add to your survey, do you belong to a professional association? You might have an opportunity for some target marketing and some networking there. And I mentioned building relationships with other non-competing trusted advisors like CPAs. Why not put another question on the survey that says, who is your CPA or who is your tax professional? And build those relationships over the summer. Now, we all know that drip marketing is an effective methodology for prospecting. We've all done it to some degree, but we also know that the whole concept behind drip marketing is that it takes time. It takes time. While things are slow here in summer, perhaps now's the time to start the drip marketing so that you can reap the benefits later on. So if you don't have a marketing program in place, now might be a good time to get it kicked off, get it built and get it kicked off. And then, I talk about it frequently, but the reason I do is because it works, and that's the entree marketing system. As you know, it comes with 20 different target market covers. It's this one here I put up because it's the Enlightened Homeowners Association Guide to Higher CD Returns. It's a great pre-approach piece. It's a way of getting you in front of centers of influence in the community, community leaders, high net worth individuals, and give you access to hard-to-reach assets. I talk about it all the time. I hope I'm not getting boring, but the reason I do is it creates sales opportunities. And as you've all heard by now, that it comes from a third-party vendor, and so there is an expense to it of $250. But if you order it through me, I can get it for $125. Basically the price of going out to dinner one evening or paying your greens fees out here in San Diego at Torrey Pines Golf Course on a Saturday. So not a huge expense, and one that we endorse here because it works. Market-linked CDs get very, very favorable treatment in the entree marketing system and creates opportunities for you to cross-sell. If you're not familiar with it, please don't hesitate to give me a call and discuss whether it might fit into your practice or not. There has been an addition to the entree marketing system that I'm pretty excited about, partly because they asked me to do it. A consumer video has been created as a pre-approach piece utilizing the entree marketing system, the Enlightened Savers Guide. And so what I'd like to do right now is share that with you, as long as you've taken the time to join me today. I'm going to try to do something that, although I've done it in practice, I've never done it live on the air before. We're going to try and show that video to you so you get some idea of what it looks like. So if you will bear with me just one moment while I attempt to to play the video. And you should see it now. Traditional bank certificates of deposit have long been the vehicle of choice for conservative investors for that portion of their assets they simply can't afford to lose. Unfortunately, while traditional CDs are principal protected and guaranteed by the issuing bank and provide the added security of FDIC insurance up to the statutory limits, In today's historically low interest rate environment, they may subject investors to the very real risk of losing purchasing power. With average yields below 1% nationwide, there is every possibility that inflation, however moderate, will outpace CD returns. The result could very well be a tangible loss, even with a full return of principal. If you are a CD investor today, you need to know how to protect yourself not only from loss of principal, but also from the equally potent loss of purchasing power. Fortunately, you do have options. Most consumers are unaware that there are FDIC-insured certificates of deposit designed for the bank's wealthiest customers that can address these issues, or that there are proven CD investment strategies that can improve your total return without incurring more risk. If you would like to learn how to increase the potential returns on your CD investments while retaining the protection and security of FDIC insurance and have access to the same CD options and strategies that the bank's wealthiest customers do, then you need to read this free report, The Enlightened Saver's Guide to Higher CD Returns. It's being made available to you at no cost or obligation by a financial professional who not only understands the importance of having a portion of your assets protected by FDIC insurance, but can also show you options that the bank on the corner may not have shared with you. Inside, you will find powerful information on the types of CDs available to you, how to maximize your FDIC coverage beyond the $250,000 threshold, or in strategies used by the wealthy, and get objective information on non-FDIC insured alternatives. I urge you to contact the financial professional who provided you with this video and request your free report, and then, most importantly, meet with them to explore your options and help you secure a more reasonable return on your CD assets. Thank you for watching. Okay, well, I hope that came through good. I didn't see any comments in the chat box that it was faltering, so I hope you got a chance to see that. That is available now as part of the Entree marketing system. And if you have any questions about it or would like to learn more, you can reach me directly on my direct line, 858-240-2059, and of course you can always email me at tim.harding, Harding, at adisusa.net. And so please don't hesitate to get in contact with me if you'd like to find out more about the Entree marketing system and the consumer video that now comes with it. With that, I'll just point out that we're right at the finish line here for the month of July. Cutoff date for the month of July for all products. This month is tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Everything needs to be in at that point for the business to get processed here in the month of July. So if you've got a case you're working on, you really need a sense of urgency. As always, Chris Gross here in the office is running around with his hair on fire, making sure all these late incoming orders are properly placed. And he will continue to do that right up through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. After that, it's too late. So if you've got a case that's pending right now, make sure you get everything in so we can get it processed, so we can get you paid in a timely manner. So cutoff date for the month of July, tomorrow, July the 24th. And with that, I will stop here for just a moment to see if there are any questions from you out in the field. I don't see anything in the chat box at this point. So if you do have questions on anything we covered today or any other topics for that matter, please feel free to go ahead and type them into the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to respond to them. So I'll pause here for just a couple of moments and see if any questions do pop up. If not, thank you all so much for taking time to be with us today. I hope you got at least one good hour or one good idea out of the time we spent. Seeing no questions, I will thank you very much for attending, and I'll be back next week, same time, same place, Wednesday, 11:35 Pacific time. Until then, have a great week.